Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now kita sambung chapter our syllabus. This will be our final topic, iaitu array part 2. It will cover passing array in function parameter and two-dimensional array. I know that some of my students already used the 2D array for their group projects. So congratulations, because you can use that by learning yourself. So congratulations on that. So now let's look of this what you should learn once we finish this topic. So at the end of this lesson, students should be able to apply concept of array in function, to describe concept of 2D array, to write simple program using 2D array, and to use this 2D array in functions. Right? Now let's have a look of how we want to pass an array to functions. First, there is two methods. Either you want to pass individual elements, or you want to pass the whole array. Now let's look at this one first, how we want to pass an individual elements to functions. So let's read these functions. So we have one function prototype here named print square that has one parameter named x. So inside the main functions, we have one array named a that the size is 5. Now you do the looping. So at this particular line, actually what you did is this program initialize each element to element a according to whatever value stored in I. If the first loop I is 0, so the first element will be 0, and after that 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then after that, what we want to do is we want to pass the value that's stored in each of element to function print square. So if the first loop 0 give to I, so 0 is less than 5 is true. Now true, they go inside the loop, the 0 will assign to the first A0 or the first element. Then they will call a function named print square with the value of element, the first element, that is A0 is 0. So this 0 will go to the function print square and give the value of 0 to x. So because this function, this array is integer array, so they will pass one value or one element that consists of integer value. So those parameters that wait at the function header must also integer. Alright, it must be integer data type lah. So what they did is this function will print x, that means 0 times 0 will get 0. So this x is this x 0, this one will display as x, this value will get from the parameter of variable x also 0. Then here they will get the value from the multiplication of these two values. Okay, so the output will look like this lah, because the I is 0, 0 times 0 will get 0. So after this one, they will come back to the function, to the main functions. Then they will upgrade the value of I to 1. 1 is less than 5 is true, then 1 give to A1. So they pass the 1 to the function print square, then x got 1. So 1 times 1 got 1, 2 times 2 got 4. Yeah? Alright. So the next one. So type of array element must matches the function parameter type. What I said just now, the value of each of element is integer because this is an array of integer. So the parameter that wait here must also with the same data type. This one integer array, this one integer. So the data type of parameter here also must be integer. Right? So the pass individual element of an array is passed by value. You pass the value to the parameter. So whatever that you change inside the function will not give an effect to the origins of that array, the original value of array. Okay, So function print square just now receives an integer and prints its square. So the loop through the array and pass each integer element to print square to print the square of each integer element. Yeah. So this is another example, right? So this program should or will calculate the number of integer 4 in the set of array below. They want to count how many number 4 in this array. So we declare one variable named I, our array named array1, the size is 5, this is the initial value. So we do a loop, right? We want to read from one element to one element, and we'll pass this element to a function print. What the function print will do, they will check whether the element is equivalent to 4 or not. If equivalent to 4, they will increase the value of our global variable, that is count, from 0 to 1. Okay, let's trace this program. So 0 is less than 5, so it's true. Now they go to array10, so array10 will be 6, so 6 will go to the give to M. 6 is equal to 4, no. So if no means that they will return nothing, so nothing will be with here, right? So they will increase I to 1, so 1, 4, so 4 give to 4 here, so 4 is equal to 4 is true, it's true. Now count become from 0 become 1, right? So 1 is the global variable, from 0 become 1. So although this one function is integer print, right, some of the compiler, they allow you to not return anything. You will get the message warning, but they will still running, but compiler give you amaran, because you said that this is function return value, but you will not return anything. Okay, so number of integer 4 in the array is, so they will print number of integer 4 in the array is 1, 2. So count akan jadi from 0 to 2. Mana dapat 2? Because each of this value will pass to print check. Sama ke dengan 4? Sama ke? Kalau sama, kita increase the value of global variable. Yeah? Okay. Now this is another complex example. The usage of a pass element of array to a function. So this is program that to produce distribution and histogram chart. Yeah, they will read the data input by the user. They want to calculate the frequency, right? So common let me read this one first. Yeah, common statistical application using array. So statistical means that frequency, berapa bilangan jawapan from student 1 ada student yang ke-200 contohnya. Then they will plot the graph based on the frequency lah yang user jawab tu. So they will store the frequency to an array that to show number of identical element in a series of number. Then they will display the histogram. Okay, now this is the scenario. You were assigned to write program to calculate the response. They are using the Likert scale, means that 5 strongly not agree, 4 not agree, 3 is okay, 2 is agree, 1 strongly agree. Of 10 students regarding the difficulties of C programming. Yeah. So ada 10 pelajar akan menjawab, ya, sama ada dia setuju atau sangat tidak setuju the level of difficulties in learning of C programming. Okay. That is student response. Then setiap student, right, dia akan respond either 1 until 5. So kita hanya ada 5. So kita nak tahu yang jawab strongly agree, that will be 1. Let's say 1 we assign to the frequency 0. So berapa ramai daripada 10 orang student akan jawab strongly agree, akan jawab hanya agree, akan jawab hanya okay, akan jawab not agree. Berapa bilangan daripada 10 itu, right? So this is the 10 student. Then after that we summarize it using another array. Then when we got the data, we plot the histogram. So from this one, kita read from this array, we know that hanya seorang student akan jawab strongly agree. And the seorang student jawab hanya agree. Okay sebanyak 3 orang. Disagree hanya seorang. Strongly disagree adalah 4 orang. Total up, everything become 10 students. Okay. So I will explain to you about the coding using the def. So I will stop using the PowerPoint. Yeah.